live.
We got sound. Nice. Back with another episode. This time we're chilling. It's right flows edgy at Auger __. Oh, how you on it?
Redo that opening again.
I'm fine with
So
it.
to add to the cringe collection that you'll be making in the future.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Ryflow. This is Edgy, and this is Auger __. And this episode, we're not going to be doing much except talking about downtimes and what we do.
Yeah.
And I guess how we could improve the downtimes, optimize it.
Well, I don't know if you can optimize downtime.
Everything can be optimized.
Can it be optimized?
I mean, it defeats the point.
Yeah.
What? I was yawning, so I gotta wipe my eyes real quick.
Like, how do you deal with it? Like,
What do you mean?
resting and relaxing.
A little R&R.
My biggest question is, can you achieve this? Do you guys achieve the same rest and relaxation when you're by yourself or when you're with around people?
Better for me when I'm by myself.
Or why is that the case?
Because I don't, the only person I gotta interact when I'm by myself is me. For the most part.
Okay. So does that mean you just don't have another individual that you trust to the point where you can just be yourself around?
No.
Relax.
To just relax and not have your guard up all the time?
Like,
No.
I mean, both has its points. As in, like, relaxing with other individuals has its points, as in, like, you could, like, talk, communicate about things, what happened in life and such.
But my point is like, do you truly get relaxation when you're around other people? Me personally, I can achieve the same thing with or without people.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you go by about that?
I don't care about judgment.
Okay.
I just sit around and just talk. Don't care about judgment. Sit around and talk. Don't feel like I have to put up a facade or some type of persona.
So what is rest and relaxation in your definition then?
The way I go about quite literally relaxing for me, if we go by the definition, means like relief and letting oneself go. So that's what I do. When I'm around people I'm comfortable with, I tend to relax. You know? I don't put up my guard. I don't feel like I have to be constantly on my toes trying to impress people. I don't feel like I have to. Depends on the individuals I'm around.
Depends on the individual. Yeah.
Like if I'm with my parents, I'm relaxed. I don't care. I don't have to. If I'm with you guys, I'm relaxed. I don't care. But if I'm around strangers, I feel like I have to have some sort of positive. Not even like a facade. I just have some inhibitions. I don't go swearing as much. I don't go. I don't seem so pessimistic all the time. I don't.
He selects words.
Yeah, particular vocabulary. I'm more open to listening. Oh, I'm open to listening
All the time.
regardless. I don't know.
Then what's your feelings about around when you're talking to, say, Leo?
You had to bring that up.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I'm really curious.
I mean, I'm relaxed until he riles me up, and then I'm no longer relaxed.
Oh, okay.
Because generally speaking, I'm relaxed until I say something that he finds inflammatory, and then it becomes riled up from that point on.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm missing something, and that's not what it seems like.
I don't know. It's like there are times. Well, the more I think about it, it's if you don't personally know you, you won't. People don't know that you are. Your relaxed state. Some people see your relaxed state will be the same as the state where you talk to people, to talk to stranger. Like it seems like your guard is always up.
Really? What makes you say that?
I think it's one is choice of words.
Choice of words.
Two, sometimes the sunglasses.
Okay.
Like eye contact. Sometimes it's people need to have eye contact able to know.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean now. You're saying that I seem too aloof.
Yeah.
I seem like I don't have a care in the world.
Yeah.
And thus it seems like that's a facade.
Yes. And seems like it's.
I'm trying to use that as some sort of
a guard.
Yeah, yeah. That's my way of guarding myself against the world. I don't know. I just feel like that's my general sense. I feel like if I really care about something,
yeah.
This is me personally. If I'm caring about something, that means I'm putting my time and energy into it.
But
so then I'm not relaxed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But then how do you I know when you are putting time and effort in things and when you are relaxed, but taking in a perspective, say an outsider, they won't know when are you going to put time and effort into things.
So
it looks very synonymous with you just relaxing.
Maybe it's because I make it seem effortless at that point. Because the things that I'm putting time and effort into when I'm meeting strangers and stuff isn't the same things that other people put time and effort into. Like the stuff that I'm carefully choosing is like, you know, the little nuanced stuff like choice of words, vocabulary, reading the atmosphere. Maybe that's why I'm so like belligerent when it comes to offending people, personally speaking, because I'm just so relaxed at that point. I'll just say whatever comes to mind. But like in a public setting, I generally am less offensive because I am more careful with my choice of words. I'm more careful about what thoughts I'm exposing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say less inflammatory things.
Okay, then It's weird because your rest and your relaxation state. You're right. You're less conscious of the words choice you have. Sometimes it comes off offensive to some people. Do you ever consider the fact that when you're with other people that what you say could offend them? Especially in a relaxed state, because usually when you're relaxing with other individuals, you want an atmosphere where everybody could just agreed upon, or
maybe that's my problem, is because I come to the understanding that since we're friends, I thought we had laid the boundaries to the point where there's things that, like, basically that there are no, everything is up in the air.
Yeah, but then how did you lay those boundaries? That's the bigger question.
Because it comes down to the fact that since I consider you as my friends or close friends,
yeah,
I would like to think you have the same openness and same mindset as I do, but that's probably the wrong way of thinking.
It's a weird way of thinking, because like I too can relax with other people, but I still feel like I need to be very conscious of what I'm saying, because I don't know the boundaries that everybody set, even though we're close friends. If it's a significant other, and we both agreed on the boundaries that we set upon, then I would always abide to that.
Oh yeah.
But with close friends, and you haven't set those boundaries, I just find that difficult to
because
relax
me personally, a badge of respect,
yeah,
or what signifies whether or not someone is a close friend is whether or not they can completely unwind / say what they want to say without fear of
getting offended or
like
getting damnation
from friends. Unless it's like so severely racist and it's like an innate, something so out of the norms.
Is that your expectations every single time?
At least when it comes to close friends, yeah.
Yes.
That's how I would feel like people are authentic as close friends, is if they're so unguarded to the point where they're allowed, they feel like they letting me pass their guard wouldn't cause, because they're showing a vulnerable side at that point. Being relaxed is showing a vulnerable side, is it not?
Yes.
What?
You're right in that sense, but it's weird because if they are relaxed and they're showing a vulnerable side, then wouldn't you be more conscious of what you choose, what you say, how would you act
in a public setting? Yeah.
Even in public setting, even amongst friends.
No, because I'm not trying to be manipulative.
No, but that's not what I meant, though. What I meant is
because you're correct in saying you're in a position where you can abuse and learn connections and take advantage of these vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I deem you as a close friend, is because you choose not to take up on those vulnerabilities and just relax. You don't take advantage of the situation.
Yes.
When people are relaxed.
Then why do people still get offended? And you're supposedly relaxed.
Because, like I said, we haven't. I obviously crossed boundaries that I thought weren't there. Because I've assumed that we are like-minded. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. But why do you have that assumption?
Because what do you mean?
Why do you assume that when both of you are your guards are down, why do you automatically assume that you can just cross any boundaries?
Because that, I feel like that's the best way to have groundbreaking, not necessarily groundbreaking, but great conversation. It's like there's nothing limiting me from having a conversation.
So then, what's the goal of rest and relaxation for you then?
Is it not to enrich yourself? Downtime?
What do you mean by enrich? As in because I thought rest and relax. This is my thoughts on it. Rest and relaxation is to not only let go of the pressures of society, but also unwind your thoughts and your unwind your thoughts that's going about in your day-to-day life.
Isn't that exactly why I should assume that there are no boundaries?
Yeah.
Because you quite literally said unwind and let go of your thoughts freely. without inhibitions.
Without inhibitions.
And if I think we are close friends, we should be able to be in a position where I can relax and let my thoughts go out and go anywhere without them being like inflammatory remarks.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. But
so maybe it's a misjudgment on my part thinking that we were close friends when in reality that wasn't the case.
Because then what's your stages of friends or hierarchy of friends? Not like class, but like a state where you can trust them.
Like a pyramid.
Like the process. It comes with it's not something that you can necessarily I can necessarily quantify. If I were to like put it quantitatively speaking, I would say you have to run the risk of saying some inflammatory things, and when they don't get offended by the said inflammatory things, then you understand that you've passed a threshold.
So it's trial and error for you.
That's when I feel like the atmosphere or the relationship has been pushed far enough to the point where I feel like, okay, we can progress this further. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but you can't do it. You can't do it via like a standard conversation rather than.
What does a standard conversation mean?
Like getting to know the individual more and more rather.
What does
than
getting to know the individual more and more?
Like asking those boundary sets, asking those inflammatory subjects.
Like how?
I don't know.
How would you go about asking these things while being tactful and subtle?
I don't know.
The way you go about doing that while being tactful and subtle.
I'm wondering about that also.
Is by mentioning those things when you feel like it's right.
Yeah. Is it mentioning those things when it's feeling right?
Yeah.
Or
it's like I said, you state some inflammatory remarks, whether or not it be a joke, whether or not it be a thought-provoking conversation.
Uh-huh.
And if they reciprocate,
yeah,
then it's you understand that there's a mutual understanding that, okay, we're both good people, we both have good intentions. We just want to have a good conversation.
You can't put like because what bugging me is you can't have like a litmus test as such, like
a litmus test.
Yeah, litmus test where you could like instead of just doing trial and error.
You can't do trial and error.
Really? That's what it sounds like. You say an inflammatory subject.
Okay, you're correct in saying.
And then you're expecting.
You're correct in saying that it's a trial and error in the case of thinking that people, because not everyone's the same, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a litmus test in that case. Yeah, it's a trial and error in that case. But like, the point, it's not trial and error when I choose to say those things. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So, like, I'm not just randomly saying inflammatory remarks expecting a response. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Like,
yeah,
I'm going to wait until it seems like the opposite party seems comfortable enough with me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, like, I often will get the sense that the opposite party has become comfortable enough when they themselves start saying inflammatory remarks.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. And then you push what they've pushed a little bit further.
So it's more of a...
So that part isn't trial and error.
Okay.
I understand the timing. The timing is set in stone. Okay, for me at least.
So you sometimes you rather want you rather have the.
But you don't necessarily know.
lead that boundary, and then see if you can follow suit.
Yeah, see if I can push it.
Yeah.
it's not follow suit. See if I can push that.
Yeah.
And then, if they're fine by crossing the boundaries,
yeah,
then I know that, oh, okay, we're like-minded. We can have, meaningful conversations without personally attacking each other.
So do you call those friends, close friends?
I call them close friends from
best,
that point on.
Or best friends? Or
Best friends and close friends are the same to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Or you can also say significant other.
Yeah, the same.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you have a different hierarchy,
No,
different pyramid, if you will.
because it's weird that you're generalizing such a large group of close friends, where there's a possibility these individuals, a lot of these individuals,
I'm just gonna scoot
would
a little bit.
have different boundaries, and thus you can't overextend all of those.
Okay, so you're what it seems to me that you're implying is that you think my circle of close friends seems to be large.
No, I think of you applying the idea of close friends is large.
That's literally what I just said.
No, like your assumption.
Is that not what I just said? If my application of close friends is large, implicitly,
Yeah.
my circle of close friends would be large.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many close friends do I have?
I don't know.
Maybe like 3. 4 maybe.
Okay.
Is that large to you?
No.
By any case? Or measure? So
Okay.
like why are you implying that the way I'm going about boundary selecting is too frivolous?
Because it's perplexing that like some people will get super offended even though you considered them a close friend.
Well, like I said, then it's a misjudgment on my part of their character. I think of them as open-minded and like-minded, such as me.
Yeah.
I would like to think that I'm open-minded.
Uh-huh.
And it's a misjudgment of character. They're not that. So it's a fault of my own, not a fault of theirs.
Huh.
What?
Oh no. Oh.
What's up?
I'm just parsing out some ideas. What about you, John? Like, what do you define as rest and relaxation?
Usually because okay, hold on. Let me try to kind of organize my words. So personally, for me, relaxation is because of the not a pattern, routine. Yes, that's the best word I could use for this context. The routine for me relaxing usually involves me being in my room just like playing games or whatever that I like enjoy and I can unwind with. Like for me, like relaxing is just for me to be like alone and do my own thing. Like I can relax with my friends, but for me, I feel like there's a different level of relaxing kind of thing, if you will. Like I'm probably most relaxed when I'm by myself doing my own thing. Like I can relax with my friends, like chilling out and whatever.
Yeah.
Like talking about stuff, but like I still have to put like a conscious thought to like give an answer and stuff, right? Like for me, that's like it's still relaxed, but like not as relaxed as me being by myself.
I mean, you don't have to answer most of the time, but still.
Well, like there's like.
Why do you feel obligated to have to give an answer?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about. Because a lot of my rest and relaxation, it comes in 2 parts. There's 2. If I'm alone and by myself, I just like literally let my mind rest and just everything in my mind and try to like literally like how would I describe it? Unwind all the pressures that's been happening around me for that past in my day-to-day life. If I were with my friends and if it were with my like close friends and people who I consider like close ones, I would almost do the same thing, but just I use it like I just sit there and just listen, just let my mind just wander sometimes, or just listen what they're talking about. And if I feel like if I want to add a contribution, I can add a contribution. I feel also like laughing helps relaxing.
Okay, so on the topic of obligation to answering a question, the only obligation I feel is to satisfy my own curiosity. It has nothing to do with the opposite party. The only reason why I contribute to anything is to satisfy my own curiosity about a topic. I don't feel like I owe anyone anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel completely relaxed giving answers all the time. Even when I'm relaxed, I'm still quite talkative, right?
Yeah.
It's because I'm just satisfying my own curiosity at that point.
And usually when I try to add to a conversation, I just no. It's basically because I think this is useful for them. Let me just tell it to them and see what they're like.
Oh, see, that's so. That's the thing. You think it's useful for them.
Uh-huh.
So generally speaking, I'm not saying what I say is useful for everyone, but incidentally or inadvertently, whatever I say tends to be useful. Right? Yeah. But that's not the express purpose of why I'm answering stuff.
Yeah.
The express purpose, the intention of me answering is satisfying my own curiosity. If it ends up being insightful or like, useful to someone or something, then great.
You, John?
I'm just thinking.
Like it's not. There's no need to talk in a relaxed group. Because there's
you seem like you don't agree with that.
No, I'm just trying to.
There's couples. There are couples who are just comfortable just sitting in each in their own presence.
Yeah.
I would not be comfortable.
Edric is not comfortable in that because he.
It's like I'm endlessly curious. Right?
You're a curious cat.
Even if it's something like completely asinine, I'll just ask.
But there are some people who just they just love the comfort of another individual presence.
Yeah.
And they feel like that's a good rest and relaxation time amongst a small group. You seem
that's not me.
That's not. I know it's not you.
It's not me.
And I'm one of those people.
What, you like the comfort of other people?
If other people are comfortable in a comfortable state, then I don't mind.
To me, it's just like it's just boredom to me.
It's just boredom.
Yeah, if I sit with another person and we just sit there enjoying each other's presence, like my mind is just running a mile a minute. Right?
Yeah, I know.
So it's just like anything that's even something completely asinine and mundane, I'll just spit it.
I'm kind of the opposite. I get mentally tired, so I kind of just want to relax my mind and just.
What are you gonna? You look like you want to say something.
No, I'm just
thinking.
I just really realized I gotta start writing shit down again. Because on top of listening to you guys and trying to like process and reorganize so I can comprehend it a lot easier, it's hard because I don't have a visual and like mechanical aid kind of thing. So I gotta start writing shit down.
Yeah, right. There's nothing wrong with
that. I know. Okay, so while I was listening, my thought process was Edric's first point. What? Wait, hold on. Fuck. God damn it! I'm trying to. I'm losing trains of thoughts here. Anyway, okay.
You're in no pressure.
So, Edric was stating that you're not obligated to answer a question that is being thrown at you, or like a topic that comes up and that isn't necessarily directed at you. But at the same time, I've noticed that he, like, a part of his relaxation also involves like some level of communication, because he finds silence boring. Well, like, not silence boring, but like a lack of conversation or like an activity boring. Like,
no, it's not even a lack of activity. It's just like a lack of
communication kind of thing.
It's not like communication. It's like ideas thrown around.
Yeah, like,
right.
But
like we don't even need to communicate anything effectively. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine speaking complete utter jargon or like I said, complete mundane and asinine things, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like that's somewhat contradictory to the first point of you're not obligated to give an answer. Like, but
okay, when I said that, I meant in the fashion that you don't owe anyone an answer.
Yeah, but
that's the obligation is what I'm talking about.
But that means, like, okay, let's say we're chilling out, you know, and you like throw a question or like an idea, and I say like, well, I don't feel like answering, but like, wouldn't that offend you because you're not getting like an idea bounce back to you or like a perspective bounce back?
No, not in the slightest.
What? Okay, hold on.
To some people, it will be they'll feel offended.
No, but like,
no, you can just say I don't know, and then I'll be like, okay, and then I'll just like keep prodding and poking. Like, I just need someone or something to bounce my ideas off of. Does that make sense? Because I'm not necessarily completely relaxed being by myself. Because being by myself, I'm constantly running through my own mind, and it's quite literally an echo chamber. Does that make any sense? Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not getting any sort of input or external input. I'm not getting any sort of external input.
External stimulus.
Yeah.
So how do?
And isn't that the whole point of relaxation, right? You guys say that like it's a way of unwinding. You do things that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Right. The things that I enjoy is bouncing ideas.
The things I enjoy is laying down on my bed and read a book.
Yeah. I find that, me personally, I find that very draining. Watching a movie, reading a book, because I sit there and I want to process as much content as much possible. Right? So it's not something necessarily strictly enjoyable. It's something very draining when I do it. Like when I listen to podcasts or when I watch a video, like I tell you, I don't leave it aside. I sit there and I watch it intently with all of my attention.
That's the same with video games also, right?
Yeah, I sit there, I immerse myself. And then the relaxation part is when I throw the ideas around. Right?
That's so unique.
And I juggle those ideas.
Because it's
with other people.
It's literally like the opposite for other people. It's they will the reason they play games is just to unwind and relax. Because it's a motion. They do a motion that's unrelated to what their day-to-day life is. Same with reading a book. Same with just watching a movie. It's unrelated to their day-to-day life. They don't have to think about their day-to-day lives. That's usually what. This is what I notice with a lot of people is their relaxation is just to avoid or to escape the mundanes of their life.
Maybe that's the reason why I do that, because I have to escape the recesses of my own mind.
Oh.
You don't have to bounce off your own head when you can bounce it off of other people's head.
Yeah. Because I quite literally am stuck in my own mind.
You are.
Well, it must be hard to okay, I don't know. I mean, because I'm super comfortable with being by myself. It must.
Because I find that draining.
Yeah, like
which
like what you do basically, constantly bouncing ideas in your own mind.
Yeah, I find it draining too.
That's why he needs somebody else.
That's why I need somebody else to reciprocate and bounce off, and have them explain a different perspective. Because then I can just like.
I find that also draining because I have to think about what they received, what I just received, and compare or either formulate a conclusion in my own mind.
No, because normally speaking, that's what a stupid way to preface that. Generally speaking, when I think, I try to think of all the possibilities.
Yeah.
Right? But then I'll, like, since I know for a fact I'm only my own person, I'll talk to another person, and then they'll give me a completely different perspective, and that'll just reinvigorate me. That'll relax me in a way.
That is so unique. Because that's like the opposite.
Like it'll recharge my drive to want to.
It's such an extrovert thing.
Guess I'm an introvert then. I'm okay with that.
Like you were the only way you can stay charged is you need to communicate with other people.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What about
you need a constant feedback of other individuals so that your mind isn't always
stagnant with my own thoughts.
With your own thoughts.
Yeah. That's why I love talking to you guys.
Yeah. I don't mind talking to you. Because it's to a point where I can just spew out things and you can take whatever that I spew out.
Yeah.
I have a very question.
Go ahead.
So, about 20 minutes ago or what, 30 minutes ago, you were talking about how when you're out in public, I just answered my own question. When you're out in public, you're a lot more guarded and you're more choosy with your words.
Yeah.
Does that apply to online presence?
Yes, because I treat the online like a public space.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because
unless it's like this, where it's clearly just between us, and
but
like I try to block out the fact that this is eventually going to be like people have the opportunity to look at this.
Yeah, but I also heard like that the internet is becoming more and more like a social gathering, like a social place, like how a mall used to be a social place for gathering community. Or a church as a social gathering for a community and such. The internet is basically that.
Yeah, but you don't have to be physically present.
Well, yeah, it's that, but like way more toxic because of the anonymity involved. No one holds you accountable for what you say or impact or influence. Well, because you're an avatar.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you can't be held accountable. Because at any point in time, I can just create a new anonymous account.
But wait,
but you can say that, this account's accountable, but then I can just leave that.
Yeah, but okay, hold on. I gotta start thought processing again. Hold on.
Take your time.
So, but okay, hold on. All right. So let's say you're in a community like Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you say something that upsets people, and then you leave and create another avatar, an account, and join again for reasons.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that mean that you're going to have to create a new persona as well? Because let's say,
are you talking about strictly voice? Are we talking about texting? Are we talking about
like thought process, not thought process, like how you express yourself, and your ideals,
you can even
phrasing and all that, word patterns and stuff, but I don't know, because I feel like at a point when, let's say
that people could recognize the pattern and realize,
exactly,
this is the same individual.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that because
People still do though. They'll take up like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They'll make a point to like ban people for that, but
Yeah.
that doesn't prevent people from wanting to keep creating new accounts and keep doing the same thing right?
Until they get bored of it.
Yeah, until they get bored of it. But I'm saying like there are many people who incidentally have the same train of thoughts or have the same way of, and the reason why is because they're not held accountable. If you were held accountable, then you would be less likely to go down that trolling path, to go down that toxic path of not contributing anything positive.
Well,
because you'd be held accountable. You'd be labeled as a social pariah, and people would avoid you.
Yeah.
But at no point in time do people get the chance to avoid you, because you can always make the new anonymous account.
Interesting.
So I don't necessarily view the internet as a positive public platform.
Yeah, I don't see it as a positive.
Because you were saying like it's like a mall. It's like these.
Yeah.
Like, this is what people are relating it to. But I'm saying like I view it far from that. I view it like as a cesspool.
Because
as an underbelly.
We had this discussion earlier where when we went to a mall, we noticed that there's less and less people going to malls.
Yeah.
And
the beginning of the end.
I read that I read a book that talks about the origins of the original ideas of a mall.
Yeah.
And it talks about how the person who created malls is a social gathering or a community, a place where people can commute and communicate.
And there will always be people that
was never. I don't think that was the primary intention. I'm pretty sure the primary intention was consumerism. That was the primary intention.
That's probably the primary intention, but it was to create a social gathering also, like a park.
Yeah, a park doesn't have expressly the sole intention of wanting to sell you stuff.
Yeah, but a mall didn't have capitalist ideas. The capitalist mall,
definitely the case.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like I feel like a mall is like you wouldn't call it a mall at that point. You would call it a community center if it didn't have any sort of capitalistic intention. Is that not true?
That is true.
I feel like the whole reason
because then what would you call a marketplace?
More capitalism, less mall, or more outdoors, I guess.
A marketplace or like a bazaar.
Yeah, a bazaar.
Like is a local. Like I would find that more socially enriching than a mall.
Yeah,
personally.
And that's what that person was trying to set out for, like to create this bazaar / market area,
but
where it's not only a place where people can do trades and capitalist things, but also have a communal place where people can talk and.
I guess, but it totally missed the point.
Yeah, it totally missed the point for sure.
Because it was streamlined to the point.
It was super streamlined to a point where capitalism,
consumerism
is the key
was
for
the prime
primary
intention.
focus. Yeah. But
okay, I guess if you stand from that standpoint, then yeah, sure.
Because a lot of the original plans of malls had parks in it.
Had local businesses.
Local businesses.
Yeah,
local businesses were encouraged.
Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, I can see. Yeah, you're right.
Parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Spaceland or like what? Galaxyland?
Well,
not
but
type
like
of park.
if you like in Mills Town Center used to have a playground.
What?
They used to have a playground until they removed it because of
it wasn't profitable.
Well, there was sanitary issues and communal issues because the elderly folks were also passing by.
Okay.
But yeah, like there's a reason. There's a reason why also McDonald's had that play place. It was the goal. The intention was to create a communal aspect so that more people can go into it as a communal thing.
I know, but I mean, it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. Great. But it's supposed to be a long-term idea.
Yeah, I know. I get that, but it's just not going to work out that way when your primary intention is consumers.
It's
back to the idea of like relaxation. It's like by yourself, escaping into
from your own mind.
Yeah, is that so? Relaxation is also a form of escapism.
Yeah,
in a sense.
In a sense, yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong against that.
No, nothing wrong.
But like, it's just super intriguing that I thought you were these are my biases, but I thought you were an introvert. But the more I think about it, the more how you describe your relaxation, the more it shows that you are an extrovert individual.
Yeah, but see, I'm an extrovert if I can find the right person.
Yes.
Because generally speaking, most people don't even want to put up with me.
Yeah.
When I truly relax and I truly let my whatever asinine things I say out.
Yeah.
They just don't want to answer because they feel like it's either too energy draining. Like I'll say random stuff to my mom and dad all the time, and I consider them close friends. And at a certain point, they're just like, I just don't want, I'm not in a mood to talk about these things. I don't want to talk about these things. And I'm just like, okay, I'll leave. Right? And you're also the same thing. Like I understand there's a time and place for everything, especially when you have to deal with like life as a whole. But like it's hard to find people who are willing to just bounce back ideas. Not willing, but who continuously
reciprocate,
yearn for that type of thing.
Do you think that's like a majority for extroverts?
You're generalizing. You're generalizing.
You think is that a majority of extroverts? If that was the case, I would be able to find plenty of friends who are extroverts that I enjoy their presence. But that is not the case because the type of boredom / entertainment that I want to pursue isn't the same as all of these majority extroverts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's also
because a lot of the majority extroverts just like talking about things they like.
Yeah, well, not only that, also they like small talk also.
Yeah, I hate that.
And Edric is the
antithesis
of that. He hates small talk.
I don't know what that means.
Small talk is like...
No, I know what a small talk is. I don't know what antithesis means.
No, it's the opposite or the anti-thought.
Antithesis?
Yeah, antithesis.
Antithesis is antithesis.
Okay, so...
It's spelled the same way.
Alright.
Yeah. It's just pronounced differently.
Wait,
it's the same word.
Yeah, it is the same word.
I just like saying antithesis. Like, that's why, John with the cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he was so awesome. It's because, like, I would just meet up with him and I would just say asinine things. He wouldn't judge me for it. He would just say whatever. He would reciprocate. He would bounce back his asinine, mundane things.
And you reciprocated from that.
Like, even though he seemed like an introvert and didn't like socializing much, whenever it was, like, just the two of us, I could just say whatever fucking things that I wanted. And he would say whatever the fucking things he wanted. And it was a great budding relationship.
Well, it's also how both of you are pretty intellectually. You're intellectual.
It's not that we're. It's okay. I hesitate to call myself an intellectual,
no, but
I would like to say that I'm endlessly curious, and so is he.
So is he, and your comprehension of everything around you. It's a lot. You comprehend things a faster rate than other people.
Once again, I hesitate to say that because I know for a fact there are people smarter than me.
Oh yes.
Okay.
But compared to the average Joe.
Okay. Regardless, I don't want to compare myself to other people. I just want to say that I have an endless stream of curiosity that I feel like I want satisfied.
Okay.
And so, if I could find another person like that, I've yet to find another person like that.
Give me a second here.
To continuously...
Who finds a recharge when I just, say asinine things. Because, like, when I get to that point with Patrick is just like, hey, Edric, can you just shut up? I don't want to deal with you. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm gone.
Okay.
Like, even though me and Patrick are great friends and we're close friends, there comes a point in time where he's just like...
Patrick wants his own time.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, Patrick, no, Edric, I don't want to hear you talk about things anymore. It's like you're talking a mile a minute. You're saying all these things. I can't keep up.
Do you think I'm getting better at it?
You're getting better at it.
Okay, cool. Because there are moments where I want to spew ideas at you and see what you... and get reciprocating response from it.
Oh, wait.
But, I also feel what Patrick feels. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Conversation on important controversy.
It's super intriguing. Like, I never really...
Pointless.
Are you looking up the definition of asinine?
No, yeah, I'm just... No. Actually, yes. So, you don't like small talks, and according to Google...
small talk is asinine.
Yeah, so... Isn't that contradictory?
No, it's asinine in the sense that everyone fucking talks about it. Like, I hear the same shit over and over.
The small talk is repetitive.
So you don't like the repetition of the things that people bring up?
Because people have covered it before. Like, we've covered that before. I like exploring new ground, even if it's asinine.
Okay. So, alright.
Right?
So that's what got me confused.
You're correct in saying that small talk is asinine, but people talk about small talk all the fucking time.
The wrong type of small talk, specifically.
No, you just don't like repetition. Yeah. Or you don't like retreading the same ground.
Yeah, because that's not... That's not covering the satisfaction of curiosity. I covered that ground. Curiosity means to cover new ground.
What's the saying? Retreading the same ground? Is that what it is?
No. Retracing your steps?
No. It's the saying. There's a saying with retreading. I don't know the rest of the phrasing.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, but all right. That's what got me confused. Like, wait a minute. That's contradictory. Yeah. Contradiction.
It was contradictory. You're correct in pointing that out. But definitely, I hate small talk because I've heard it before.
Most small talks.
People love to fucking do it all the time, and I'm just like
there's
why?
The small talks I hear all the time is really, really bad.
Asinine.
Yeah, like there's like I told you about the story about the two nerds that are overheard.
Hey, do you like this movie? No, I didn't like that. I didn't like the movie because I didn't like this actor. Or this, good.
Oh, I didn't like this director. No, this director's okay. And then they don't really delve into those ideas. Like,
oh, okay. It's their conversations are super wait
substantial.
A minute.
Yeah.
No substance.
No substance. And I just love
surface level. But
it's super surface level.
Shallow.
Shallow. Like, it's
no, but even shallow things have depth to them.
Like, it's to the equivalency of like, how's the weather? Oh, it's okay.
No, I don't mind weather talk if we're gonna talk about like actual things going on in the weather.
Yeah, like
but like most people
will just stop at saying, yeah, it's cold.
It's cold, or it's sunny. Oh, I heard it's supposed to rain's gonna come. Oh, did you bring the umbrella? Yeah.
Like if you're gonna talk about how you shiver your knees off and that you have like screws inside your ankles and you feel the rain coming. That's a great conversation to have. It's completely asinine. It's small talk. Like, I mean, like that's great. It's like, oh, you got surgery in your knees? You know, yeah. Some people get like screws put into their.
Does that like become an indirect weather detector?
Yeah, legit.
Some people
because you can feel the change of humidity in the air.
Yeah, or
with the screws.
Yeah, because the temperature of the screws are
change very slightly, and you can feel that because it's quite literally embedded in you.
Yeah, like what? How does that?
Or like I had this discussion, and Edric was like, I feel like a rain's coming. It's like, how do you feel that rain's coming? I smell the humidity in the air. Can't you feel the humidity coming?
Also, you know, the roaming clouds.
and he's like, how'd you do that?
Also, wait a minute.
Go in depths about it.
I don't want to derail this too hard, but like, you know how there's like an old saying where old people can like their bones ache when there's like a storm. Is it? How does? All right, never mind. Humidity changes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I answered my own question.
Quite literally, the electrical charge in the air too. Some people are quite attuned to that.
Static electricity.
Yeah, all right. I can see that. Yeah.
But
okay.
Oh man.
But, all right.
You'd be amazed how like if you sit. This will have to deal with it in the train a lot. If you just sit there and just be attentive, and if you don't let your mind wander, you can hear what people talk.
Oh yeah,
that's right. And hearing those small talks are not really.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm like, you can talk so much better things.
It's like, I like this movie. Oh, okay, good to know. I like this movie. Oh, okay.
Oh, how's your work? Oh, it's fine. We're just delving into this. Oh, is that due today? Oh, yeah, it's about this time. Which, it's, oh my god.
It's so awful. I hate my boss. Cool. And story.
What did he do? Oh, he just yelled at me. That's it. That was one conversation I heard. The person didn't even ask why he yelled.
Talk. That's the type of small talk I hate.
He didn't even delve into what did you do? Why did he react that way?
Yeah.
Where do you think that anger stemmed from? Is there any other influences that happened about in his day that made him to go snap like that? Like.
But yeah, you're correct in pointing that out. That asinine, a lot of small talk is asinine, but yeah.
You don't like the repetition.
I don't like the repetition.
No, not the repetition, but how little substance people put in small talk.
Yeah.
That's more specific.
Yeah. Totally.
Ugh.
Retreading old ground. Going over the same ground.
But it's
kicking a dead horse.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong in saying that. That's one of the many
euphemisms.
There you go.
It's not a euphemism. It's
idioms. Is
yeah,
that
it
an
is
idiom?
an idiom. It is an idiom. A euphemism is a double entendre used in such a way to lessen the shock value of a particular subject.
So it's like a negative
So
hyperbole.
a euphemism is like, instead of saying he died, I'll say he passed away.
Oh.
That's a
okay.
Or he croak.
Yeah, sure.
Kick the bucket.
Sure.
Some people would.
It's
find
euphemistic in the sense that it has less shock value. Than just saying straight up, "Oh, he's dead."
But
bite the cheese.
Speaking of euphemism,
what's that thing? What cheese does?
I got recommended this video about how Disney, the current the series of Disney live action movies are a term woke.
Woke to what?
As in
fact, I feel like it's the exact opposite of waking up.
As in, like they're trying to attach a bunch of these current political ideas and implement it into movies and make it so that it's hip and and they dumb it down to like it's a euphemism of like certain things.
Yeah. Because that's what's make money.
But they never.
It's not actually substantive.
It's not really substantive, and like the person that was talking about the whole entire themes of the live action Disney movies. She was delving on like feminism and stuff like that. These movies doesn't really talk about feminism. Yes, Jasmine is becoming a sultan. So what? They didn't really delve on certain feminist topics and both sides. Yeah. They just say, "Oh, she's a girl boss."
She's a girl boss. She's a sultan.
So, yeah.
Or even if you go back to the whole diversity of actors.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we got some Indian actors to play these popular characters, but we still have Will Smith.
Yeah,
you completely undermine the point of getting a diverse cast.
She also argued like, "Oh, hey, you got a diverse cast, but why is your director white still?
Yeah, why is the main cast still huge names? Why are all your producers still white?
They're like, was Bollywood still asleep? It was everybody in Bollywood was
apparently all your producers, they can't be diverse. They have to still be the same, deep pocket white men like.
And then she talks about like
it's fake wokeness.
Yeah, it's fake wokeness. And
but it makes money because people like to feel like they're part of a movement.
Well, not only that, but like
also nostalgia.
That too.
She's also wondering like why hasn't this, and she knows this a lot with all new recent Disney movies, and this is generalizing every single Disney movie. They skip around topics about their past.
Yeah.
Such as the crows in Dumbo. They didn't bring it up in the live action Dumbo. Such as the walk. What was that movie called?
Jungle
the Song
Book?
of
the South.
Yeah, Song of the South.
Where a rabbit punches a tar baby.
Yeah, but it's a black man.
I know.
Talking about the most recent one is an actual black man, uncle something, talks about the South.
Yeah.
And just the Song of the South and such. But they didn't make a animation of that recently.
Or like a live action adaptation.
Because it's too controversial. Dude, you have to just get enough controversy where people are willing to get on the bandwagon, but remaining not too controversial that you'll alienate the conservatives who want to.
So
also,
it's because they won't make money.
Yeah, that's exactly my point, dude.
Yeah,
fake wokeness makes money.
Yeah,
that's kind of it's a damn shame.
You can't alienate all of the conservatives or all of the people stuck in the past wanting things to stay the way they are and have same social norms, while at the same time attracting people with controversial topics. That's like it is.
Not only that, they also like
Beauty and the Beast.
They also
If you look at Beauty and the Beast, what part of Beauty and the Beast, like what part of Ryan Gosling, he's still Ryan Gosling at the end of the day. He's a hunk of a man.
Which
the live action one?
No, which character did he play? Because I've never seen any of the live.
He's the Beast.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's a hunk of a man.
He's still a hunk of a man. It's like, why can't we do Notre Dame where you see a crippled guy, still get the. I want the crippled guy to get the girl at the end. Come on, I don't see a movie like that.
Reject. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Ready Player One. Remember in Ready Player One where the girl is supposed to be ugly and fat in the book?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, apparently. Guess what? In the movie, she just has a blemish on her face, but she's attractive nonetheless. Come on!
I haven't seen that movie either, nor read the book.
And she also calls out Disney for all the being self-aware.
Like breaking the fourth wall kind of thing?
No, but like in Wreck-It Ralph, Wreck-It Ralph 2 breaks the internet.
Yeah.
Where the specific scene where
it's a bunch of prisoners together and they're talking about feminist roles and feminist.
Not only that, but they're also are you not a princess? Did you not? Were you saved by a man? Did you have a pet? Did you? And so. Moana was also. Moana has that self-aware.
Yeah. Quality, but they don't actually subvert any of it. They still
just call it out.
They just call out the trope and do all the trope, but don't subvert it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to sound like a huge ignorant guy, which I is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's impossible for Bollywood to not do an adaptation of Aladdin. So my question is, how much did they do? It's probably more than one. But how much is it less than?
What do you mean?
Because we all know Bollywood makes more movies than Hollywood does.
Yeah, true.
And but so how much? I was just wondering.
There's probably plenty of movies that
how much adaptation of Aladdin or rendition of Aladdin did they do?
There's probably tons. Just they do renditions, just not in name.
Yeah.
Aladdin. They just rename it so slightly.
It'll be a super long name that you can't pronounce, but it's basically the story is Aladdin.
I don't know. I have no idea, but Aladdin has.
I was just wondering.
Remade tons of times.
Which is weird because
What do you mean? Which is weird?
No, is weird. Why Disney not get a Bollywood?
Why don't they crack down on India?
If you really think about it, if they want to push society forward and be progressive in their agenda when it comes to diversifying the industry, they would promote Bollywood. Yeah.
Because
or get Bollywood producers. Or get directors.
For
not just actors, but
yeah.
They got the actors, but not the producers or the sound effects or
the directors,
visual effect artists,
or the studios. They probably shot in the same locations, which is California, rather than actually using locations elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like they used probably a bunch of loaded CGI rather than having a bunch of like artists from that industry of India like actually contribute. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's only like a small handful of songs that's made by people from Bollywood. All the songs are still renditions of
the original
Western music.
So, okay. Anyway, that's we're straying completely away from relaxation, rest and relaxations. But do we want to call it?
It's been over an hour and It's been an hour and 13 minutes. It's been over an hour. Period.
What do you call it?
Yeah, we can call it. I mean, it's next topic is yours, John.
All right.
If you
Hell yeah. All right. So next time it's my turn.
Yeah.
We're gonna be getting back to that thought process. That our
critical
usual
thinking.
Yeah, the usual program. There you go. That was very hard to think about. One word.
Yeah, dude, brain farting's hard.
Which I do all the time.
I do it too.
Yep.
Brain farting is easy.
Yeah, it's all right.
Easy to come up.
Yeah, there you go. So the next topic is listening to a song.
Okay.
However,
which song?
It's it's the same song, but different versions. There you go. I think that's the best way to put at it.
Okay.
It's a song from Yakuza.
Okay.
The song is called Baka Mitai.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
And that's from Yakuza 0.
And then you want the one from Kiwami.
Yes, and it's called Baka Mitai's Sorrow.
Okay.
So we're gonna be listening to those one. We'll start with just two. I don't want to overcomplicate shit.
Those two.
So the two is fine. Just those two songs. I'll be putting up a link.
Just write out the title for both of them.
Yeah.
That's the best way to.
No, it's allowed to go on YouTube and look up those songs.
Yeah.
If they exist.
We're not doing
and hasn't been struck down.
Yeah, but just put up the title so that we can know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Or I could just give you guys both the links. But my point is, we're gonna be listening to both those songs, and I don't want to use the one word objectively better, but we're gonna be like doing comparisons and discuss which one delivers the message and the themes better, because the lyric is still the same. It's actually sung by the same person, but the two different variation is musical, like
tones or notes.
I'll be the judge of that.
He'll be the judge of that. Like,
I'm just saying that you can't.
I mean, you have to consider the.
You can't
the
think for me.
You also have to think.
I'm just saying that the two are different. Like they have, one has like different instruments, while other has like other instruments kind of thing. So yeah.
So the timbre might be different. So.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to think about the context of both of them in their own games.
Situational game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
sounds
wait,
like
hold on. What's it?
What you thinking?
It's not rhythm.
Cadence.
Cadence. I think that's the one.
Okay.
Like how fast the song goes.
That is cadence.
All right. But that'll be a thing. I'm pretty excited.
Okie dokes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're gonna call it off. I hope whoever was watching had a good time. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.